Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on any important updates, especially when it comes to your financial future. Today, we've got some big news that could have a major impact on the lives of millions of Americans, particularly seniors and people living with disabilities. In a recent announcement, Congress unveiled a new financial plan that will provide more money to seniors, specifically those receiving SSI, Supplemental Security Income, and SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. This could mean anywhere from $13 to $5,000 for qualifying recipients. That's a huge deal, and we're going to break down exactly what this means for you, how you can qualify, and what you need to know to make sure you're not left behind. So grab a seat, because this is going to be a detailed look at this new financial relief coming your way. Let's dive right in. Let's start with the bigger picture here. Over the last few years, we've seen a huge push from lawmakers and activists to provide more financial relief for people who rely on government assistance programs like SSI and SSDI. Why? Because the cost of living in the United States has risen sharply. From inflation hitting everyday goods to healthcare costs skyrocketing, seniors and individuals with disabilities are feeling the strain more than ever. And let's not forget, for many of these individuals, their only income comes from these assistance programs. For years, advocates have been pushing Congress to boost payments, and now, it seems that these calls have been heard. The new funding announcement is a direct response to these pressures. It's an effort to bring financial stability and relief to those who need it the most. This new infusion of funds isn't just another small increase. The amounts being talked about could make a real difference in people's lives. We're talking about significant sums: $1,300, $2,800, and up to $5,000 for eligible individuals. That's not chump change, especially when you're living on a fixed income. So, what exactly does this new announcement mean for recipients of SSI and SSDI? Let's break it down. The announcement details a tiered structure of payments that will vary depending on individual circumstances, such as income, marital status, and where a person lives. The payment amounts being discussed are as follows: $1,300, $2,800, and $5,000. The first level, $1,300, is being allocated to individuals who receive SSI and SSDI benefits. This is a one-time payment that will be distributed to those who qualify for assistance. It's designed to provide a boost to individuals who are struggling to meet the ever-increasing costs of living, especially in a time when inflation has made everyday items like food, medicine, and even rent much more expensive. The second level, $2,800, applies to a more specific group of individuals. This payment is intended for those who not only qualify for SSI or SSDI but also meet certain additional criteria. For example, those who are dealing with additional financial hardships, such as higher medical costs, or individuals living in areas with particularly high living costs, may qualify for this increased payment. And then we have the highest tier of support, $5,000. This payment is a little more complex and is designed for those who are in especially dire financial situations. This could include individuals with high medical expenses, those who are not only seniors but also caregivers for family members, or people who have been impacted by more severe disabilities. In other words, if you are facing particularly heavy financial burdens, this is the tier that would apply to you. These payments are designed to alleviate some of the financial pressure seniors and disabled individuals face on a daily basis. For some, this money could go a long way toward covering basic expenses, healthcare, utilities, and even the costs of needed medications. You might be wondering, why is Congress announcing this now? What has changed? The reality is that lawmakers are feeling the pressure from voters. The ongoing effects of the pandemic and economic challenges have led to an increase in public demands for greater support for vulnerable populations. When the pandemic hit, we saw the government step in with stimulus checks, unemployment assistance, and other forms of relief, but the work isn't done. Many of those individuals who relied on SSI and SSDI benefits have been left out of subsequent relief programs, and now, Congress is trying to address that gap. On top of that, the average SSI payment has not kept pace with inflation or the rising cost of living. For years, the amount seniors and those with disabilities receive from Social Security has been far below what's needed to maintain a comfortable living standard. This recent announcement is, in many ways, a response to a growing recognition that more must be done to support these individuals, especially as the cost of living continues to climb. What's more, Congress has been working hard to address concerns about healthcare costs for seniors and people with disabilities. Many of these individuals rely on Medicare, which, while helpful, doesn't always cover all the medical expenses they face. These new payments are, in part, aimed at helping to fill that gap, giving people the ability to pay for both their healthcare and day-to-day living expenses. Now, you might be asking yourself if you or a loved one qualifies for these payments. The eligibility for the $1,300, $2,800, or $5,000 payments depends on a number of factors. Primarily, you need to be enrolled in either the SSI or SSDI program. But beyond that, there are other criteria that could affect how much you qualify for. First off, if you're already receiving SSI or SSDI, you are likely automatically considered for the payments. However, the amount you receive could depend on several factors, including your income level, your health status, whether you live alone or with a spouse, and your housing situation. For example, those who live in more expensive regions of the country, where rent or medical bills may be higher, are likely to be eligible for the higher tiers of payment, such as the $2,800 or $5,000 options. It's important to note that some people may need to apply for the relief payments, depending on the system that the government sets up for distributing the funds. In some cases, you may need to provide additional documentation, such as medical records or proof of income, to qualify for the full benefit. If you believe you or a loved one might qualify, it's important to stay informed and keep an eye on announcements from the Social Security Administration and Congress. They will provide detailed instructions on how to apply, how payments will be distributed, and what to expect in the coming months. If you're eligible for these payments, you'll want to know exactly how to get the funds. Congress has indicated that the distribution process will begin in phases, likely starting with the lower payment amounts of $1,300. There will likely be an online portal where you can check your eligibility and apply for these funds if necessary. For those who are already enrolled in SSI or SSDI, the payments may be automatically deposited into your bank account, just like your regular benefits. However, if you need to provide additional documentation or apply separately, the application process may take a little longer. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, share it with anyone who could benefit from this information, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm here to help answer any questions you might have. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, if you're not subscribed yet, now's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button, and I'll be bringing you all the latest updates as they happen. Take care.